Let me give you my 5 favorite exercises after having a baby. So that's a great way of getting the transverse abdominis back together, especially if you do suffer from diastasis recti, which is the separation of your abdominals. Let's go on the mat. You're going to be lying down to start with. And we talk about neutral position versus imprinting. So let me show you quickly. So neutral position is when you've got a slight curve in your lumbar spine, and basically we want to keep it. That's your neutral position. Now, if you just had a C-section, I would recommend you to have imprinting, which is when the lower back is touching the floor. It doesn't mean I'm going to put the whole pressure here, but just a little bit, okay? So having your fingers on your hip bones here, and if you are drawing a triangle from the hips to your pubic bone, you want that triangle to be parallel to the floor and the ceiling, okay? Let's do it. So the first exercise is going to be sliding the legs away and bring it back. So I'm going to ask you to pull your abdominals in as you're doing that. So you're going to inhale, extend the leg, exhale, bring it back. So as you do that, you are going to feel that you are creating a corset all around your back and the front, obviously your abdominals. And pull it, inhaling, exhaling, and off we go. So I am in neutral position. You should probably feel that. You should see that anyway. And bring it back. So my second exercise is when I'm going to start lifting my knee up. So I'm going to go up to tabletop and reach down. I'm going to ask you, as you're going to reach down, you want to imagine that you're reaching your foot on marshmallow. So there is no movement on your hips, and it's why I like to have our fingers on the hip bones and to see if your hips are moving on top of each other. I mean, or if they're just moving or not, purely. And again, pulling your tummy. And come back, relaxing your shoulders, so no tension on your neck. And I know most of the time it comes here. So you're relaxing everything, still with my fingers on my hips. Now the third one, I'm going to ask you to open the knee to the side. As you're doing that, very often what I'm going to see is that there is no rolling around the pelvis. And the problem with doing it properly or doing an exercise, especially abdominal exercise properly, it's the pelvis is moving all over the place and it's not going to work to its potential. So keep it not moving at all. So we keep it neutral and we're going to open to our maximum. It might be just here and bring it back. Pull, 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 pull. And open the other leg and we do exactly the same. So I'm going to ask you to imagine that you've got a long string attached to your kneecap, to your opposite hip, and you're bringing it back, from your lowest abdominals, and off we go to the other side. So it's your transverse abdominis, which is working your deep abdominals muscle, and that's what we want. We want to bring back your transverse together. And again. Other side, that's your last time, and relax. Good. Number 4, we're going to lift up the leg here. We are keeping the knee just above the hip, and it's not here, it's just about here. And can you see that my foot is not dangling down? It's activated at all times. And that's actually to any of the exercise. I want you to keep activating your feet as well. Now you're going to hold your knee and we're going to make some tiny circles. We are going to go all around the hip socket and reversing. I am contracting my abdominals, but I'm not moving my pelvis, and that's going to be important. And reach back down and lift. We do the same on the other side, and again. And reverse. You inhaling, you exhaling, the breathing is going to be so important. And reaching down. Good. Relaxing your shoulders again. And the last one, we're going to extend the leg And I'm going to ask you to be slightly above the floor this time instead of just sliding it on the floor. And bring it back, so it's much harder because you have to think, where is my foot in space? And lift the other one and extend. And bring it back. Can you see that I'm still in neutral position? And down, we're still placing our foot on marshmallow, so I'm not moving all over the place. And really the trick to make sure that you're working deeper in your abdominals, it's not to move your pelvis. It's why I'm not a big fan of going forward and forward like crunches on your abdominal, especially when your tummy is going to move and create a dome, so everything's pushing in front, and that's not what we want at all, and you're not working to your potential at all when you're doing that. And coming back and down. Here we go. I hope you enjoyed my 5 favorite exercises after a baby, and I can tell you, being a mother of 5 children, that was really what I needed. So good luck, guys.